If you're planning to move to Spain and your dog or cat is coming too, this video could save you a huge amount of stress. Every year people arrive at the airport missing just one document, or discover their pet's microchip doesn't meet the requirements, or they believed bad advice about sedating their pet before the flight. Today I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know before bringing your pet to Spain, so you can avoid expensive mistakes and enjoy the journey as smooth as possible. Unlike packing an extra suitcase, moving a pet isn't something you can organize at the last minute. Depending on which country you're moving from, you may need to start preparing several months before your departure. Missing one deadline could delay your move or mean your pet can't travel when you do. Step number 1 is to check the microchip. Spain requires pets entering the country to have an ISO compliant microchip. If your pet already has a chip, ask your vet whether it meets international standards. If it doesn't, you may need a new one before any vaccines are given. That's because the paperwork must match the microchip number exactly. Step number 2 is the rabies vaccination. This one important detail catches many people out. The rabies vaccines needs to be given after the microchip has been implanted. If the vaccine was administered before the chip, it may not be accepted. Timing also matters, so don't leave this until the last minute. And step number 3 is that the requirements vary depending on where you're moving from. If you're arriving from another EU country, the process is generally more straightforward. If you're coming from countries such as the United States or other non-EU countries, additional requirements may apply, including a health certification and, in some cases, a rabies antibody blood test with waiting periods before travel. Always check the latest rules for your country before booking flights, as requirements can change. Step number 4 is a health certificate. Shortly before traveling, you'll normally need an official veterinary health certificate. This confirms your pet is healthy enough to travel and meets Spain's import requirements. Make sure every detail matches your pet's documents exactly. Even small errors can cause delays. So let's talk about the flight itself. One of the biggest myths is that pets should be sedated. In reality, many vets advise against routine sedation because it can increase health risks during air travel. Instead, focus on helping your pet become familiar with their travel crate well before departure. Let them sleep in it, feed them in it, make it a safe space rather than something they only see on travel day. Also check your airline specific rules, as every airline has different requirements regarding crate sizes, breeds, and cabin or cargo travel. So once you've arrived in Spain, you'll probably want to register with a local vet. They'll be able to advise on vaccinations, parasite treatments, and any local regulations that apply where you'll be living. It's also a great opportunity to ask about pet insurance and routine healthcare in Spain. Before we finish the video, let's look at 5 common mistakes people make when moving to Spain with a vet. One of the easiest ways to avoid delays and unnecessary stress is to learn from other people's mistakes. And here are the 5 most common ones. Mistake number 1 is leaving everything until the last minute. Many people assume they can organize their pet's paperwork a couple of weeks before they fly. Unfortunately, there's often not enough time. Depending on where you're moving from, there may be waiting periods after vaccinations or blood tests, and appointments with official vets can book up quickly. If you know you're planning to move to Spain, start looking into your pet's requirements several months in advance if possible. Your future self and your pet will thank you. Mistake number 2 is assuming every microchip is accepted. Not all microchips meet international standards. As I said, Spain requires pets to have an ISO compliant microchip, and the microchip number must match every piece of document exactly. Before you spend money on vaccines or certificates, ask your vet to confirm your pet's microchip meets the requirements. Mistake number 3 is following advice you read on social media. Facebook groups and online forums can be helpful, but they can also contain outdated or incorrect information. Rules change, and what's true for one country may not be true for another. Always check the latest official import requirements and confirm everything you're unsure about with your vet or the relevant authorities before you travel. Mistake number 4 is sedating your pet. Many people think that giving their pet a sedative before flying will make the journey easier. In reality, many vets advise against routine sedation because it can affect breathing, balance, and blood pressure during air travel. As I said before, help your pet become comfortable with their travel crate well before the flight, and follow your vet's advice on keeping them calm and comfortable. Mistake number 5 is forgetting about life after you arrive. Getting your pet to Spain is only the first step. Once you've settled in, register with a local veterinarian, keep vaccinations updated, and learn about any local pet regulations where you live. It's also worth researching nearby parks, walking areas, and pet-friendly beaches, emergency vet clinics before you need them. A little preparation means both you and your pet can start enjoying your new life in Spain from day one. So, moving to Spain is exciting, and for many people, their pet is part of the family. With a little planning and the right paperwork, the journey can be much easier than people expect. So start early, work closely with your veterinarian, and always double check the latest government requirements before traveling. And make sure you're getting this from an official website, not just a blog or something like that, because rules may have changed. And if you are planning to move to Spain, don't forget to subscribe. Every week I share practical advice on moving to Spain, buying property, visas, living costs, and everything else you need to know before making the move. And if you're looking for a home on the Costa del Sol, my book is now available on Amazon called Buying Property on the Costa del Sol.